what happens when an elderly immigrant who has lived in the US for decades is wrongly accused of a crime that he didn't commit? How does the justice system treat an innocent man who has only the best of intentions? This is the story of Mahendra Patel, a 56-year-old Indian origin man living in Georgia who is currently accused of false kidnapping charge. Let's dwell deeper into this unsettling case and understand how one incident at Walmart escalated into a wrongful arrest, highlighting important issues faced by immigrants in the legal system. Mahendra Patel is a retired engineer who moved from Gujarat to the US years ago. He and his wife, a doctor, has built a quiet life in Georgia. Far from being troublemaker, he is known as a hard-working, peaceful man, a model migrant. However, his life took an unexpected and unjust turn in March 2025 when a simple trip to Walmart led to his arrest and imprisonment. On March 18, 2025, Mahendra went to Walmart to buy something for his elderly mother. While shopping, he encountered a woman named Caroline Miller who was with her two young children. As Mahendra searched for medicine, he politely asked Caroline for help. What happened next is when the story takes an unbelievable twist. The woman later called 911 and accused Mahendra of trying to kidnap her 2-year-old child. Can you imagine that? How can a peaceful man seeking nothing but medicine for his mother be accused of such a serious crime? Luckily, there was surveillance footage and it tells a very different story from what that woman claimed. Mahendra asked for assistance in finding the medicine. At one point, he noticed the child might fall and he gently reached out to prevent the child from falling. After receiving help from the woman, he returned to the medicine section, spoke briefly to her and calmly paid for his purchases. The woman was seen laughing and chatting with others, seemed entirely at ease. Well, there was no struggle, no panic, and most importantly, no attempted kidnapping. Mahendra's action was simply out of concern of a child's safety, which any decent person would do in such situation. But despite all the evidence pointing at Mahendra's innocence, he was arrested just 2 days later. The police report inaccurately stated that Mahendra had fled the scene when in fact he left the store calmly after purchasing his medicine. After that, Mahendra was denied bail and has been locked up since then. The police didn't investigate properly, nor did they consider the obvious truth. A man trying to save a child from falling does not make him a kidnapper. In the meantime, Mahendra Patel's lawyer made it very clear that the entire case is baseless. He said that there is no crime here. Mahendra simply helped a child as any decent person would do in a similar situation. However, due to a mercy's law notice filed by the state, the defense team cannot contact the woman to discuss the details of the case, further complicating this particular situation. Mahendra Patel's next hearing is scheduled for May 6, 2025, but until then, he remains behind bars, his life turned upside down by a false accusation. Well, this case is a wake-up call for Indian migrants in the US. It underscores the harsh realities of living in a foreign country where a simple misunderstanding or even a wrong accusation can destroy lives. Indian migrants are often seen as educated, hardworking and family-oriented person. Mahendra Patel embodies these all values, and yet his case shows how migrants, specifically those from underrepresented communities, can be wrongly accused without sufficient evidence or any sort of investigation.